Dinos warband led by an Dinos priestess who you've not met, but you have been told is called Malacrix. You chased them from the center of the Washington hardpoint out through the swampy environs brought together from the Living Land axioms, through a horrific tree that you suspect is some kind of Rorschach construct, finding yourself in the domed world of Meretica. Within Meretica, you have travelled across the land. You have encountered royalty of Meretica. You have been embroiled in tribal warfare. You have rescued a denizen of Core Earth, one Spencer Marshall, from a fate worse than death, assuming that you consider giving birth to live giant wasps worse than death. He has been thankful, but has asked you to assist him in recovering his children from the Pyreans, who are another group within Meretica. It seems that, much like the rest of the living land, Meretica is replete with different living things and denizens. You'd made your way with Spencer's help across Meretica, finding a way to the Pyrean settlement. And it was almost a week after you'd escaped the Misty Gorge, you found your way into the Pyrean capital, Tantacella. Smuggled in with a food delivery, you made your way through the lower levels of the city, picking your way slowly up through the levels until you found yourselves at the temple of the Pyreans' fire god, suspended by great bronze chains above the volcano Tantacella itself. You quickly spotted Spencer's children, Kathy and Wes, set to work on the Pyreans' solution to Darok, which is the bad version of the dual representation of their volcano god, carving a series of obsidian pillars. However, before you could take action, the magma beneath the temple burst upwards, engorging 4 burning chunks of magma up onto the floor of the temple. The glowing chunks animated, and the avatars of Darok began to attack. And that's where we ended last week, and that's where we begin this week. And I'm just going to put a couple more people on the map, as if we needed more people on this map, because it's a bit chocker.
Can you display the map again, because I can't find it?
Yep, don't worry, I'll get there in a second. I've just got to put the Arachnobots on, along with Dr. Hemlock.
By the way, my Cosm card vanished.
I know somebody had already spent one. Did you not have the Eyes of the Tsar?
Well, mine's, yeah, that one, yeah. It's on display until it's used, though.
I will... Yep, no worries. It is still on display, then.
Yeah, I don't think it vanishes until it's either used or
until you transition into another act. There you go. Eyes of the Tsar. You'd probably spent about an hour sneaking around on this level, which is why you've been able to ascertain what's going on. But we are now into combat rounds, and we are in a dramatic scene. I don't know how the characters know that. I'd assume that whatever rip-roaring background music occurs within some of their mind's eyes goes up an octave or gets a bit more dramatic accordingly. Well, we begin with Faster Than They Look. And we begin with a surge. How good is that? So the approved actions are Intimidate and Taunt, which, as you know from previously, means you can do that to gain a drama card from the drama deck. Sorry, Destiny card from the Destiny deck. You guys go first, as Darok has just done. Please all make a surge check. This is a contradiction check. It is a one-case contradiction if you're only not native to the local area. It might be a 4-case contradiction if any of you have gear or are currently undertaking things which are beyond your personal axiom limits as well. Theo came quite close. Resonance is fine. Abram is fine. Ryoko not as close as Theo. And Dr.
Yeah, sorry.
Sanders.
Reality.
Just roll 1d20. It's not a reality check.
Reality.
Well,
It's just a 1d20. It's just a contradiction check. But the wash of reality not liking people that break the rules passes over you all to no effect. Now, at this point, the avatars of Darok, who are all in the top left-hand corner of the temple, have not yet sprung into action, but you can see them about to do something. You are all going first, so you need to decide what you are all doing.
Yeah, what are we all deciding to do, guys?
Well, we need to get the 2 people, don't we? That's our key thing. Get them.
No,
Get them.
no. There's more than that.
There
We
are
need
2
awesome
key
crystals.
things.
We need the crystal to get out of
Oh
this.
yeah, the crystals. We need.
You need at least one Ohibi crystal for each of you.
So there's I'm one person, and
the crystals are in the staffs, right?
They are, as you have seen, they are embedded within the ceremonial staves carried by the Pyrean fire priests.
how many fire priests are there? Because I'll tell you how many crystals. Oh god, they're all on the other
Durek
side.
is short. He only needs
There are
half.
12 of them.
Let's
There
do
are
this.
12
then.
priests scattered across the place.
They're not just going to let us have him.
Well, let's get rid of the people closest to us first, then we'll worry about the rest later.
We don't want to attack the slaves, though, do we? Yes. Could they be useful?
I don't know. Not a mind reader.
I'm just asking questions here.
Yeah, I'm answering the questions.
Hopefully, I'm just posing points that could be pertinent.
I'll remind you, they are only 10-second combat round.
I think I'm going to move in and try and attack someone.
So Durek's going first.
I'm trying to work out where my movement is again because I've lost it.
It's your dex.
I have an idea of what I
it-
would do as a trick, but I'm not sure I'll do it yet. But I guess it's and you just start early with those, right? If anyone's doing interaction attacks first.
Mm-hmm.
I've
So
moved
there are
8, and I'm
2
going to do
fire priests.
going to intimidate one of the fire priests.
Fire priest 10 or fire priest 1?
I think 10 is a nice number. Right, here we go. Intimidate. This is the first time I've rolled
As
this.
in TORG. And 1 is not a nice number.
Right, so I have to do, I'm going to use a possibility.
Okay, so you can just
So
double click the number of possibilities at the top to decrement it by 1 and indicate that you're spending 1. And then you can use your new spend possibilities thing.
So first number is the number I rolled, or the skill?
No, the skill.
Damn it.
Second number's the number you rolled.
Let's say it's 10 then.
Oh, somebody's playing an AoE.
Rolled it.
Aye. Somebody's preparing.
Did it do it? Did they add 10 to it?
Yep, because you rolled a 10.
10.
You rolled a
So
9,
that's
sorry, which is at least a 10. Add that to the 8, gives you an 18. Gives you a bonus number of 5. Gives you the action total of 15, as is indicated. That was
Their
Orion
defenses.
Priest number 10, yeah?
Yep.
His and all of the Fire Priest's intimidation defenses are their spirit plus a couple of adds. 13. These guys are stern and unafraid, but you've still managed to break his resolve a little bit. That is a standard success, so you can elect to make him stymied or vulnerable.
Stymied.
Okay?
I wish I have a card, please.
Because you've done an intimidate, you may have a card, sir. Your card is that one. Coup de grace. Wow, you guys have churned your way through the deck again. I'm 5 cards away from having to reshuffle.
Okay, and I've moved the card in my pool.
Okay, who's going after Darok? Oh, by the way, just to let you know, clarification, cards get moved across at the end of the turn. So you'll all move cards across at the same time. So I'll remind everybody that they can move a card across.
I move my card back in.
You can leave it there for now.
At the end of the turn, the
Any
whole
of
turn.
these thingies, I can't remember what it's called now.
The orbs?
I always ask you. No, any of them, oh, for God's sake.
I don't know what you're asking.
Try your words. Try your words.
Are any of these supernatural evil?
Supernatural evils, that's the fella, yeah.
Right. There are only 4 creatures that are supernaturally evil, and they are the avatars of Darok.
Oh, me and I believe residents.
You can use your occult nonsense, yes.
So we make a scholar roll.
We're making scholar rolls.
Yep. And whether we pass or fail, we get to put a card into our pool anyway. But if we pass, we get at least one extra destiny card.
Cool.
Dun, dun, dun.
You're using occultist, are you not?
Yes.
For the scholar roll.
That's good.
That is. It's only a 10, so that's an outstanding
Very
success.
nice.
What did Abram get? Oh. Well done. Victorian boys represent. So you both got an outstanding result. So, in turn, each of you can draw 3 destiny cards and choose which one you want to keep.
Put one in our pool.
And then put any one of your cards and place it directly into your pool. So, first off, we will do residents. 1, 2, 3. So decide which of those you're keeping. Ada?
Cool. Hang on. Take supporter.
Okay. And Abram, you get... I know what there's only 2 cards left in the deck at the moment, so
Okay.
you get that one and that one, and then hopefully it's not going to immediately give us duplicates because I cannot be bothered to go through and...
Actually, do you mind? I'm not going to take supporter. I'm going to take drama instead.
Yeah, no problem, as long as you don't take the others. And then the third one you get, Abram, is adrenaline. We may start getting duplicate cards, but at this moment in time, I don't really care. There's not enough of a worry about duplication at this point. But yes, as Darok is the evil representation of the volcano god.
Right. Can I have my go?
Up to me.
I was going to cast blast. I mean, it depends what you.
I think Dr. Dick is gonna. He knows crystals. He knows how crystals work when it comes to refracting light and stuff. So he's gonna take the laser pointer of it on his 45 and point it at the crystal of. Were any of the fire priests made vulnerable? You said.
Pyrian Fire Priest number 10 was stymied.
Oh, okay. Doesn't matter then. And I'm going to try to just point that at the crystal of Fire Priest number 1 and have that refract into the face of the Thrall 2. So I'm going to double. Well,
you can do a multi-attack.
Yeah. So where's the track? Ooh, barrel. But I got, because I'll play my second chance card, which I got because I have the perk thing.
Situational awareness.
Yep.
Okay, so roll again. So not much better, but better.
That's a 14, so I'm at -2 for that. So it's only 12.
So this is a Pyrian Priest 1 and Thrall 2, yeah?
Yep.
Don't actually need to have Pyrian Priest 1 open. I just have 1 with that one. And scroll down to my Thralls. Okay, so what's your total?
12.
12 against their tricks. It says 14 you got there. How are you getting 12? Oh, -2 for the multi-action penalty, yes. So, Pyrian Fire Priest has a defensive trick of 10, and the Thrall has a defensive trick of 9. So it's a standard success on each of them. How do you want to make them feel?
I'm going to make them stymied, both of them.
Priest 1 and Pyrian Thrall 2. Oh, I should have done it right. I should have gone Dr. Dick. So who's going after Dr. Dick? Then you get a card.
Can I go next? Cause
Oh, no, you don't, because you did trick.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Oh.
You didn't get second wind. Whoever goes next gets second wind. So who's going next?
I was gonna,
And does an intimidate or a taunt, that is.
I'm not going to go forward. Well, I'm going to go next, but I'm not doing an intimidate or a taunt, so I'm going to cast bless.
Actually, no, sod that. I'll roll again in a minute. I'll just make second wind available again on the cards. So who's going next? Theo, Residence, Ryoko, Abram.
Yeah, you go for it.
What are you doing, casting?
Bless.
Bless.
Okay, and what statistic are you blessing?
I'm going to bless Dex, I guess, because I bet a lot of people use it.
Just inside the 5-meter radius. In fact, Theo, you could probably, just so we don't have to argue about the fact you occupy a 1 meter square, if you take 2 steps forwards, then you'll be, that's it, you'll have everybody within your 5-meter radius.
Oh, I
Okay, so generate.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Only because Darok was essentially 6 meters away because of. But that's where you'll get everybody. Okay, so that is a good success because your target number is normally a 10. So unless you want to try and get 3 more points from somewhere, that will give a +1 dex to all of your colleagues for the next minute. So 6 combat rounds.
Nice.
How much dex?
Just 1. If you go for getting another 3 points from somewhere, Theo, and success, well, if you spent a possibility, for example, that'd be another a 10 onto that, which would guarantee it. It will be a +2 for the next minute.
That'd be lovely, but I've only got one possibility and nothing else to do it with, so.
All right then.
I think it'll have to stick as it's a pass. It's +1. It's better than a poke in the eye for them.
Yeah.
So
for now, guys, you can just increase the value in your dex box by 1 on the front of your character sheet. Don't change it on the core, on the main section, but change it on the front.
I will make a note to remember them in 6 rounds. You say, John?
Yeah, I don't know if you keep track. This is the round 1 because it does have an impact on this round. Who's following Theo after he says something particularly blessing?
I think I'm just going to aim because I'm waiting to see what's going on, really. I don't want to suddenly be the first one to shoot.
Right then.
So I will aim.
Which only leaves Ryoko and Dr. Hemlock.
What did Darok do?
Durak's gone forward, and I'm assuming you just probably roared aggressively at one of the fire priests, yeah?
Something like that, yeah. I would have used more words because it's intimidate.
Yeah. Oh, you could roar and intimidate. Rah! It is the living land after all, but you can use words.
Lions are quite intimidating.
Okay, well, I'm also stepping forward behind Mr. Darok. And since I'm not intimidating, I just look fierce.
Okay, no problem.
With the hand on my blade.
No problem at all. Just to let you know, both Darok and Ryoko, as you step across what you're on a moment is not wood, it's bronze. And as you step further toward the center of the temple, you can start to feel the heat radiating from the volcano below.
All right.
So we just have Dr. Hemlock left.
Okay.
Don't forget your spitters can move as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna move the spitters up behind Yoko.
They have a move of 12,
And I-
by the way, the spiders, because that's what their dex is. Oh, am I doing that wrong? No, 10. Sorry, that's what their dex is.
Okay. So where would that? I'm
Each square is 1.
not keen on. Sorry.
Each square is 1.
So they can move 10.
Yeah, they can move 10 squares, rearranging each.
I'm going to move them up behind Darok, and then I'm gonna. Not a whole lot else I can do aside from maybe try and maybe move up and try and like bamboozle one of the fire priests or something like that if that hasn't already been done.
Okay, well, their priest 1 has been stymied, as has priest 2. They have both been stymied.
Okay, well in that case,
Remember, you're limited by moving by your dex, which I think for yourself is less than 10.
It's 8. So
you can move 8. More than Darok did, so.
1 and 10, you mean?
Forget you got +1 to your dex.
Good point.
why did I? Okay, I'm going to take a pot shot at one of the slaves then, because
Slaves? You feel mean.
Oh, one of the thralls. I'm trying to like. Are the priests like well defended or anything like that, or is it worth like taking the shot? Because my shooting is not exactly.
Okay, let's give you a little bit of a representation here, and also I'm upping your dex on the front of the character sheet just so that it all works properly. So your priests are not armored. They are priests of a fire god, and you would see that their apparel is appropriate. The thralls are actually warrior types. That is the title of the Pyrean military, and they are wearing studded armor. The slaves, to a man, do not look to be Pyrean in ethnic origin anyway.
Take a pot shot at one of the priests then.
Yeah, if your armor limit's dex to 8, then that won't give a bonus, correct? Oh, it does. It increases your dex to 9, but your armor stops you from getting any benefit.
So I'll put 8 on the
Fine.
Okay. Which one are you going for? Priest 10 or Priest 1?
Priest 1.
Okay, it doesn't really matter because they've both got exactly the same statistics. Their dodges are 9s.
So that 11 would. Oh, sorry, it's 14 plus 11.
No, 14 is what you rolled on the dice. Just worry about the plus 11. That's your total.
Yeah. Okay, plus 11.
So that's enough for a standard success. So what damage are you doing?
Still don't have it here, don't I? It's just a D6, isn't it? Or
nope, it's a number.
The number. Revolver.
12 or a 13.
I think it was a 12. No, was it? I think it was a 12. Let's go with 12.
You know what? Let's check it quick again.
Not written on your attack part.
No, he hasn't written it down. We're looking at the gear. It was the Webley revolver, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or something along those lines. It was fire combat, not missile weapons. Core earth pistols, rifles, a Roche. The Webley revolver has a damage of 14.
Awesome.
It has a range increment of 10, 25, and 40, and it has 6 ammo. Remember to keep track of ammo. Oh, reminds me, Roko, I moved your ammo onto your inventory sheet for trackableness.
All right.
So 14 versus the Pyrean Fire Priest's toughness of 6. You're going to do some damage to this guy. So that's 8, which will be 1 wound and 2 shock.
Awesome.
Prior and Fire Priest 10. Cries out, goes, ow, what the fuck was that? I'm just sat here doing nothing. What are you playing at, man?
We're the good guys.
God, he sounds so Londony.
Yeah, he does sound quite Londony. It would seem, however, that it was not enough to take him down. You think possibly another shot like that would take him out. That's all your goes?
Yep.
Right, now I'm going to see if what I've done here is going to work. So I'm going to move around one at a time. Yay, that works. I'm going to make a quick roll for somebody to see if they hear the bits behind them.
That's you, Theo.
If it's me, assume it's a no.
Okay. The flame-haired lady who you spotted as being significantly better equipped and endowed than all the other fire priests does turn at the noise from behind her and cries out something in their native language. And then...
Something that you learned from the book of...
Yeah, unfortunately, no, it's a different one. There's no one in range for that. So she uses this one.
Was it something like release the lava kraken or something?
No, I can't say that because whenever I say, have you tried release the Kraken on Alexa?
No.
I have to shut up now because she heard me. It sends the dog mental because she plays a randomly determined cat noise when you do that, and the dog goes berserk. He thinks there's a cat in the house.
Why?
Right, she invokes a miracle on herself, and her form is surrounded in flames. But she doesn't do anything else. But she is now, that is Great Priest Amethia Cortal. You can see her in between the two bottommost pillars. But she is now wreathed in flame. Up here on the left, the avatars of Darok start moving. So the first one to move heads over and takes a swing at that Pyrean fire priest. And misses. This one charges over and takes a swing at one of the slaves. They're not doing particularly well at the moment and misses. The next one takes a swing at another slave. They're not really doing very well at all. And then the last one, number one, ignores the slave and begins to go 1, 2, 3, 4, walk straight past these guys and starts laying into the pillar.
Where's the pillar going? Does it go all the way down?
It's a sort of 2 meter wide pillar coming from the base of the temple going up about 15 feet. But it doesn't go down. The temple itself is actually suspended. The only thing holding it up are the bronze chains around the edges. Pyrean Fire Priest number 9.
Would I know what would happen if the pillars were destroyed?
You can make me a scholar roll if you want to. I mean, you've got runic stuff, so...
Could anyone else do that? Like,
Yeah, well, okay. It's going to be difficulty number 12 for Darok. It's going to be a 15 for anyone else because it's alien ideas, but you have had enough information to allow you to make an educated guess if any of you actually get the difficulty number of 15. Dr. Hemlock, I think you've got scholar as well. You can give it a try. In fact, I think Abram, you've got scholar as well.
No.
I thought you did.
No.
Have. Oh, you've got
I
science.
have it, but yeah. I'd failed.
So we're just boo.
Yep.
We don't.
None of you really have got a decent idea of what's going to happen if things go sideways at the moment. Why didn't that do what I wanted it to do? Because I pushed the wrong button. There we go. Fire priest number 8. All the priests have got a move of 8. 2, 3, 4, 5. They're not going all the way yet because they're not entirely sure what's going on. Fire priest number 7 goes over and utters a few words to try and do something against the avatar of Darok. He basically breathes fire on the thing.
Oh, he didn't go to elemental school.
No, obviously not. But the flames lick across the thing ineffectually. What a surprise. Fire priest number 6 goes over to assist in that area as well. He does something similarly. They do appear to be slightly less affected by heat. Fire priest number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heads off in that direction. Fire priest number 4 steps over and takes a swing at the avatar of Darok with his... He's got a dagger.
This means you've got the advantage, Ryoka, because you're so cold.
Nothing of impact. Priest number 2 tries to fight back. Doesn't get anywhere. Priest number 3 moves up in defense. Heads over and misses. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. And breathes fire onto Darok. Darok, what is your dexterity or dodge, whichever is higher?
13.
Okay, it's not enough for a good success, but that dealing, actually it's a medium blast, so it also gets Arachnobot 2.
Shite.
So it is going to do 16 damage. It is fire damage, so if you have any additional defenses versus fire, what is Darok's defense at this point?
Which the if we're talking about toughness, right? If the shields, no, 15.
So 2 shock. What is Arachnobot 2's toughness?
Not here. Where is it?
If you look on your character sheet, it will be on the... It's under notes on the second sheet. You can click, and then there's an Arachnobot link in there, and then you can open the Arachnobot from there.
You can open the Arachnobot in the thing, but I can't see its toughness.
Toughness is the second column, third one down.
9. Sorry, excuse me.
Okay, so 16 versus 9. It takes a wound.
Shit.
So we can record that on here. Arachnobot 2 is down to 0 wounds. We can record it on the combat tracker. If it takes 1 more wound, it's taken out.
No.
The stymied Pyrean Fire Priest is going to... Ward enemy won't work. I don't want it to do breathe fire again. Oh, that's going to be a good roll. That's a faith total of 22 versus its difficulty of 16. So that's a good success. It's a hard one, this one. Actually, no, it's a standard success because you stymied him with a -2. Well done. Basically, from the volcano below, great clouds of ash rise up and spreads out. Oh, this is going to be a bit big. Pointers, circle.
Oh, it's a good thing none of us have got any planes in.
Whoa.
Right, 50 meters around him. Everyone inside the effect, every enemy inside the effect, suffers 1 shock each round for the duration, unless you do not need to breathe or have special protection.
It's an interesting question about my certain armor.
Well, you're self-contained, but you still have to breathe. Bearing in mind that it's just ash, so it's like it's breathing a heavy cloud at this moment in time. Unless you've got a severely limited amount of gear in your inventory, you can probably fashion something by sacrificing an action to cover your mouth and get away from the effect.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. I can hold my breath.
Shock right now, isn't it?
It will on your goes.
My go, okay, so it's no shock yet.
No shock yet, no. Parian Fire Priest number 1. He's only really got the option to breathe fire as well. However, seeing there are more of you and he has got a range of 25 meters, this one bursts a gout of flame towards the individual that had the audacity to try and trick him. And this will be centered on Dr. Dick and will hit residents as well. Dr. Dick, what is your dodge?
Dodge, not very good. 11. That's not so bad.
Okay, well, that's a standard success. So Dr. Dick and Resident both take 16 damage as gouts of flame burst from the priest's mouth, roll down the ground, and then literally surge up under your feet. So, Dr. Dick, what is your toughness in your least armored area?
Ooh,
There are only 2 people that get to apply their armor to this, and those are Ryoko and Darok.
Don't I have the shield that gets me?
You can do if you're using it. You
Yeah.
can apply.
Of course I'm using it.
Okay, and your shield was?
What was it? I think it was one of the best ones that got like.
So add 15 to your toughness.
Yeah, so that will make it
21.
Yeah, enough.
So take 1 shock.
So it should at least armored.
I know, but unfortunately the shields are designed to break that rule.
How come Ryoko gets to put armor against this?
Because her Ion Gosoku armor is full coverage, even though it doesn't look like it.
Where you track?
Reduce your on the front of your character sheet where you've got shock.
Yep. I just
Reduce it by 1. Dr. Hemlock, likewise. I mean, you weren't here last week, so in theory, give me a find check quickly. Let's see what kind of shield you would have found.
I found a plastic dustbin lid.
Okay. Let's assume that you would have spent something to improve that at the time. So if you wish to, you can spend a possibility now to give yourself a little more defense. Well, it's a 10. You could have rolled it using the possibility one. So it's a 14. Gives you a bonus of 1 on your find. Gives you what?
On my find, which is 15.
So a bonus number of 1 onto a 15?
Is
60.
Yes.
So you were able to find a yellow turtle shell, which will give you 10 additional defense versus fire.
Okay.
What's your toughness at?
If we're adding that to my toughness, 16.
16 versus 16. Take 2 shock, I think. I've forgotten my own rules on this bit. I think at 0 it's still 2, isn't it? Hang on. Damage summary. 2 shock, yes.
Grand.
And Thrall number 9 roars and heads into melee combat with the dwarf, as does Parian Thrall number 2 to speed things up a little bit. That's 1 attack with a bonus number of 1. What is your unarmed defense, including your shield, Darok?
Remember, he's stymied.
Which one's stymied? Was it number 9 or
14.
number 2 was stymied? Number 2's aiding, so unfortunately the stymie doesn't affect number 9. 14, you say, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, look at that. Well, they're native, so they're not going to fail, but there is a mishap. It misses. Well done. And just remember that's number 2's been dealt with.
Can you not kill his friend? That would be nice. Kill his friend.
Which one are you? Annoyingly, it doesn't actually highlight them particularly well on my map. If you've got a square base, it does it brilliantly, but if you've got a circular base, it seems to only just come out about a pixel around the edge of the character. One runs over there in an attempt to assist. Oh, okay. He does a decent amount on that one. Avatar of Darok has unarmed combat 10. That's 5. That's 1 bonus die. Oh, shit roll. That's 11 versus the Avatar's toughness. 2 shock, which I think they are. Oh no, they're not immune to shock. Oh no, yes they are. They're relentless. They ignore shock. By the way, the Avatars of Darok ignore shock. Thrall number 5 and Thrall number 10 come down here to start more ganging up on Darok. But they don't do particularly well.
Why me, you say? Why me?
You're the nearest and you've been causing them grief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. He's already gone. He moves in. He's already gone. These 2 are staying where they are because they're defending the High Priestess. And then some screaming starts as, well, more screaming starts, I should say, as a significant number of people decide to get the hell out of Dodge. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hopefully you are seeing the move and it's not just invisible until I change it on my map.
Yep, they're moving.
Nobody appears to be running in your direction from this lot. Hey, I can take one off the map. And he's going to go off the map. the slaves don't appear to be moving, mainly because they are mostly shackled to each other and are in a panicked state as it is. So, oh, it's appropriate, hot and humid. Okay, any characters wearing armor, whether it fatigues or not, suffer 2 shock. Villains are going to go first. You are all stymied this round, which means you take -2 to anything you are doing. Approved actions are defend and taunt. So, can everybody please reduce their shock by 2?
I will
Done it.
reduce it by 3, and I'm unflinching, so
You
I'm
don't
not
reduce,
stymied.
you don't reduce it by 3.
Where do I reduce it now? It's gone. I used to have a thing for it.
It's on the front of your character sheet. It's next to shock, top right.
in the combat.
Yeah, but I won't know what the maximum is.
Because it's your maximum is your spirit. So just
okay.
reduce that number.
By 3. Okay. Roger that, thank you.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're doing an extra one and you're getting rid of your stymied result, yeah? Alexander?
Yes.
Cool. So, villains are going first. Bollocks. Okay. This is the problem with having lots on the map. The great priest Amethia Cortal, her form wreathed in flame, still has no one in round for that. She's not going to do that. Yeah, she is going to. She utters a few more holy words. Doesn't appear to be anything that's affecting you lot at this point, but it does appear that she has done something to bolster the defenses of her minions. Theo, you don't necessarily recognize the ritual, but you instinctively feel the effect of a ward enemy when you see one. Avatar of Darok number 4 is beating on the priest in front of him. Let's see if they can do better this round than they did last round. No. Avatar of Darok 3. Oh, does a lot better. He's attacking he's still going after the slave that he was going after before. And he proceeds to do enough to take the slave out. So the slave screams in agony more than anything else, as not only the force of the blow seemed to take it out, but a significant amount of burning damage takes place at the same time. This avatar is beating at the obsidian column still, seemingly to no effect. And then we get into the another avatar of Darok. Slave 15 goes down screaming. This is where I wish I had the Savage Worlds mod that added a little blood splatter when something dies.
Yeah, that rocks.
Because it gives you a nice messy board afterwards. This priest is attempting to stab at the avatar and stop him from destroying the obsidian pillar, which it seems to be attempting to do with just single-mindedness. Not very well done, though.
I pressed the wrong button.
He probably did. Priest number 6. Moving down in this direction. Priest 5 is going to join the fight against that avatar. Not doing particularly well, though. Priest number 4, likewise, still not doing very well. Oh, don't know why that skipped 3. Fire priest number 3 is heading into the ash cloud. Priest number 2 is defending himself against the avatar. These guys are not doing very well at all. Well, not getting anywhere. I don't think any of these priests have rolled anything over 10 yet.
Until the
They haven't.
attackers.
Right.
And they won't do now.
No. Okay, number 11. Back down to you guys. We're seeing the thralls heading up. These guys begin to step back defensively. This guy's stymie has gone.
Is my dex blessing actually any use to anybody?
Yeah, I mean, it's only the guys with heavy armor that it's not impacting.
Yeah, but the ones that aren't using heavy armor, is it any use to them? Are they really using dex?
Are they using dex?
Yeah, well, it affects fire combat and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Melee
dodge.
combat.
Melee attack.
There's only 3 people it
help
doesn't
me.
affect.
Because I can drop it, you see, and switch it for something else if it's
Or can
suboptimal.
drop me armor.
Or you can have multiple blesses.
Yeah, but it gets a bit more concentration heavy to do.
I don't think bless requires concentration because it's got a duration. Unless it says concentration in it, it just, once it's up, it's up.
You're correct.
So
and
duration 3 rounds, it doesn't require concentration. So you can go dex, strength, this, that, the other, just keep it going.
Oh, okay. Yes, I was looking at something else. You're correct. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, the thralls. Well, these 4 Parian thralls are taking offence of the dragon warrior. We'll assume that there's something in their religion. There's just coincidentally there's some kind of symbolism on your cloak or on your armor that's having an impact and making them go, grrr, we don't like you. So they're going at you with melee weapons. They appear to be quite good at mob tactics, these guys. So they're getting a bonus for the ganging up of a +3. So that gives them an action total of 16. I'm going to spend one of my ref possibilities. And it's... hang on, I've got to use a slightly different one on this one because I haven't written it out for these guys. Slash TORG 13 P 16. Oh, 16.
Use that possibility.
Right, does a 22 hit you, Darok?
What are we using? Unarmored?
You are using, well, you'd be defending with your unarmed, yeah.
14. Yes.
So 22 is 8 better than 14. So not enough for an outstanding success, but certainly enough for a good success, which gives them 1 bonus die of damage. Now, because the Pyrean thralls have the special ability Horde, any bonus from their combined action is applied to damage as well as the attack itself. So their normal short sword damage is a 10. So they're currently going off of a 13. And I'm going to steal the bonus die.
I can defend. I just realized the card says so.
Well, you don't have to do it until, well, unless you've got the ability to do it after the dice are rolled.
I don't think so.
That's 15 damage, so it's still only going to be, what's your toughness?
15.
2 shock.
Yeah, it's a lot of shock, though. I'm very limited in shock. Down to 5.
Don't forget, you got recovery and all that.
No, you don't. I don't have recovery. I'm in combat.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but I can't use it in recovery in combat.
Thrall goes up, and they are not being effective at all against the avatars of Darok. 1, 2, 3. They're being cautious moving through this because the ash cloud is affecting vision and they don't want to go plummeting off the side of the temple. By the way, the sides of the temple are just open. There are no walls. It's open to the volcano. That one's gone. That one is attempting to attack and not enough to do any damage. Thrall number 3. 1, 2. Moving up. Gone. Moving in place. Staying where they are. Staying where they are. Right, so artificers. He runs off the map. He can get off the map this round.
Which one's the artificers?
They're the ones with the blue outlines.
Oh, okay.
They're dressed like craftsmen. They have tools and that sort of thing. He can get off the map this round. He can get off the map this round. He can get off the map this round. In fact, pretty much all of them can get off the map this round.
Can I get off the map this round?
Well, you could do if you got enough movement, but I think you've got short, stumpy dwarf legs. Right, the slaves are still unable to move. So we go to your guys. Who's going first on your side? Remember, you are all in the midst of an ash cloud. If you don't take you'll take a stun this round, but if you don't take an action to jury-rig yourself something to stop the ash cloud, then you'll be taking stun next round as well.
Does my samurai armor feature any?
It's
mask?
sealed, but it doesn't necessarily feature any kind of rebreather.
All right. Perhaps I have some kind of scarf or so I can use. I don't know.
You can take. We've said you can take an action to do it. So let's say for yours, because it is a slightly high-tech thing. Let's say you do push a couple of buttons and the equivalent of an N95 rated face guard. I mean, you are coming from a cosm that's in the midst of a contagion. It's likely that you have got a certain amount of PPE on hand anyway. So yeah, you can take. So you take an action to protect yourself from the ash cloud.
To ready this, yeah.
Yeah. So you take a shock this round.
Yeah.
But from this point on, until it disappears, you're okay. So that was Ryoko. Who's going after Ryoko?
I'm doing the same. So
Dr. Dick is sacrificing an action, so you take one shock this round, but you are now safe from shock.
We can multi-action though, couldn't we?
You could do, yeah. You could multi-action. You could do that and take another action at -2. So what are you doing, Theo? Assuming that's...
In that case, I'll fix myself, wrap something around my face, pull my dog collar up a bit or something.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'll cast another bless. Is this giving us tests on his spirit to resist this kind of stuff?
You haven't had any tests on anything apart from Dex yet.
Okay, well, I might as well try it, since I can keep spamming this. Or would people rather strength? No one cares, so they're having spirit.
Strength will increase melee damage. It won't increase the derived attribute of toughness, though.
That's a shame.
For those in melee.
But yeah, it will help melee, and seeing as both Darok and Ryoko are melee combatants.
Okay, strength.
If we increase our spirit, does our deck shock go up?
No, doesn't affect derived.
It's a bit of a shame, really. So, okay, strength it is. Oops. That should have had a -2 on 2 as well, actually.
We're okay. Nothing changed.
Well, it's just it's a fail. So do you know what happens when you fail to cast a miracle?
I think I get shocked, don't I?
God is angry with you, and you do indeed.
I don't know how many though.
You take on a fail When you invoke a miracle, if the test is successful, great. If the faith test fails, you suffers 2 shock. And it's only a possible mishap. If you got a mishap, you would have also been very stymied.
Youch. Okay, well, it is what it is. At least I've got my dog collar, facial protection, suit going. So, yep.
Who is going after Theo? Residents, Ryoko.
I'm going
Abram.
last because
If you want to.
because they may
I'm
make the
gonna- I'm just going to divvy myself up a mask and get the spiders to attack one of the thralls, I suppose.
Okay, so Arachnobot 1 comes up behind, and as they're immune to shock because they don't breathe, they can do a many on 1 on Pyrian Thrall number 10. So you can just roll the. I think you should have a melee attack or a spider bite or a spider claw attack on there. Just roll that, and we just add 1 because they'll be getting a +1 bonus. They should have their own little TORG buttons.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the melee attack one. Oh, unarmed.
Unarmed, yeah. Oh, not bad. So they get a 17 versus the Thralls. Melee weapons of 10. Actually, melee weapons 12. They are wielding shields. So it's not enough for a good success, unless you decide to do something on their behalf to increase them.
I can do a supporter. I can throw in. No,
Your support card on them if you want to.
Yeah. Do we need it, guys, or am I better off saving it for somebody else?
Well, essentially, what's their damage?
12, I think.
And
no,
the
sorry. Strength plus 2, 10. Sorry.
10. So you'll be doing 2 shock. Because the toughness you're going up against is also.
We have a lot of enemies.
I'll throw in the supporter thing.
No. If you do a supporter, I think you're still only doing 2 shock.
Am I? Oh, fuck it then. I'll leave it.
No, he'll be doing bonus die. Because it will be a 19 versus 12.
Okay.
So he has to roll a 5, though, to get more than 2 shock on his bonus die.
You have a point, yes.
Just to
I'll leave
throw
it.
a 1 in 3 chance.
Okay, 2 shock for Thrall 10.
And I basically.
Shock knocks them out as well, so if we shock them constantly.
Yep, just to let you know, they have 10 shock each.
Of course they do.
Oh, what am I doing? Why is that on there? No, their toughness. I've reduced their toughness. That's
From my point of view, this is not going well.
Why are they showing the wrong numbers there? For some reason, their toughness on all of these characters has come through. I just need to go through and change them all to 8 from 10.
Does anyone have any form of AoE damage?
Nope.
Yes.
Fire priests are correct, but
If we don't take them down, I'm going to have to run for it.
You need a recovery card or something like that. Don't forget, you can trade cards from your pool in combat. So, Dr. Hemlock, what are you doing yourself?
Oh, I'm just making myself look so I can make a thingy. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we have Ryoko, Darok, and Abram.
Have I had time? Because I forgot to ask this. Have I had time to make any more bullets or anything since?
You would have had. You've had 5 days travel to get here.
Right. So the nights I generally.
You would have had time to. Yes, you would have had time to make yourself some ammunition. I mean, unless the thing travels one into the other, then you've got a situation where you can do that.
Which thrall in front of Darok is already damaged?
Number 10 has just taken 2 shock. The ones in front of Darok, neither of them are damaged.
All right. Yeah, well, I guess I will step in and slash at thrall number 9.
Okay, so you step up.
Yeah. And let's do this. Melee weapon. Oh, there comes an arrow if I wanna roll the melee weapon thingy.
There's no push action. That's weird.
Mr. John, I need technical support, please.
What do you need to do?
If I press the melee weapon roll, well, first of all, I need to advance it by 2/6 because I have no. You said I need to up the dexterity. So
You've got armor on. You can't increase it above whatever your
Well,
armor.
it depends on the armor.
Is armor limited to dex?
I'll check in a second. Yeah, you also maximum. Yeah, limit your dex to 10. Take action 24 plus for armor causes fatigue.
okay, but yeah. So the one dex I got from Theo goes in attributes. You said.
Yeah, but you've
right?
already got that because you're on a 10. You're normally a 9.
Yeah. I just upped it on
Yeah.
to 10. So well, now if I click on melee weapon dexterity in skills, there comes an error message.
Oh, does it? I'm
Attempt
sorry about that.
to concatenate the local straight value.
Let me just double check it. Hopefully it doesn't get annoyed when you change the dex value. Give me a second.
There it says A
Try it again.
P. Okay, let's do this. Ho ho ho.
Okay, so it's a 21 versus their armed, their melee weapons of 12. So that's 9, almost an outstanding success.
Yeah, well then I take the shock and there's a key strike. +2 if
That
it
increases
does.
your damage. Key strike
Oh,
increases
okay.
your damage, don't forget. So you can do something similar, but we can see what we got through. So you're getting 1 bonus die at the moment.
Okay, right. So one bonus die is now this little fella.
So a 4 onto your normal damage versus their toughness of
So that's
10.
13.
Oh, it's 10 to armor. So you've got AP on the katana, haven't you?
I have
I
armor.
think you've got AP too, yeah. So this guy's got a toughness 8 versus you.
And I have 17. 4 plus 13.
So 17 versus 8. That's 9. It's enough to do 1 wound, which is all you need to take out the thralls. So thrall number 9 goes down under your slashing blade. Oh, and that was the one I was tracking the stats with, and it just made my stat window disappear. So, Abram or Drak?
What do you want to do, Abraham?
You aimed last round.
Yeah, can I step back? So I'm outside of the cloud.
You could do, but the issue you've got is you'll still be getting a penalty firing into the cloud.
A penalty of what? Sorry.
-4 due to visual difficulties.
So I'll get that if I'm in the cloud, though. Anyway.
Or outside the cloud. But if you step out of the cloud, in theory, slightly off the map, but I'm fine with that, for an extra meter, you won't be taking the shock.
But I'll take a shock this turn.
You will take a shock this turn. But that could be your simple action to avoid. In fact, what we'll do, because it's not really going to impact anything else, we'll do that. Just to represent it.
How far can you throw something? Because this
not far. It's like 5, 10, 15. So short, medium, long.
How big is a
Medium,
small blast?
small blast template can take 2 characters at most.
How well can I aim it?
You want to do a thrown thing?
No, this would not be a throw thing. This would be a fire one for the small blast.
Well, you can aim it easily like that.
So, I mean, could I get it so it takes out Pyrian Thrall 5 and 2 and not Darok?
Are they side to
They're
side
next to each
or
other.
diagonal?
They're side to side. Darok sort of like in front of them or behind them, which are closer to me.
Shouldn't be a problem. You can do that.
What's overall negatives on that then? Hang on, I've aimed, haven't I? What do I do for that? Right, so -4.
Yeah, so you're +4 -4 for the aim and the ash cloud.
Ignore those. That's fine. So it's just flat fire weapons thing.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something.
I don't think you get any range modifiers at your distance.
No. Bonus die to damage because of me sniper. Reroll ones.
Trademark weapon.
Right. Okay, so what did I do? 16. What's that? We're against theirs, and I'll see if I want to do a.
I'm not sure if you can see them. You should be able to see their defenses on the combat tracker. If you can't, it's a 10.
That's 1 bonus dice. Is that right? Because it's 6 over. Is that right? Hello?
Yeah.
Have I?
I think he's
Am
gone
I
up
still
here.
talking?
I hear you.
That's okay.
And he,
Sorry, what was that? Missed that bit.
So it's 1 bonus dice at the moment, or 2 because I get bonus 1, but 1 because of.
Well, you've got a good success,
Right.
so that's 1
and
bonus die.
What's their toughness? Do we know? Or
You do. I can tell you it's 10, 2 of which is armor.
so this would be doing at the moment 15 damage plus 2 dice, and they've
With
got
rerolls on ones. The thralls have 1 wound takes them out.
Oh, so I only need to do. Where's the correct one? Oh, there.
You need to do a 15.
Oh, I'm already doing 15, so I don't need the bonus dice. Oh well. Okay, I won't spend anything on it then.
Your bonus dice.
Yeah.
If you're doing 2, there's the 2 BD on the character sheet.
So that's 22 damage to those 2.
2 and 5, yeah?
Yes.
And what was that bullet? Because you never
That was-
actually said.
That was an explosive shell. Let me get rid of one.
Just one thing.
Oh no, it's ignited the ash cloud.
No, it's not ignited anything. But you were firing into a melee.
Go on.
Now remember that if you're firing into a melee, the standard rules are that if the dice roll ends up odd, you're actually hitting a randomly determined member of the combat. If the dice roll turns up even, you hit your intended target.
That's great. I'll definitely leave it as 16 then.
Yeah.
No bonus going in there.
Which leaves Darok, who now has suddenly no one in front of him.
Yeah, I got some room.
You can thank me
Well,
later.
there's the throne on your left.
Who is currently desperately trying to, with his short sword, fend off the multiple limbs of the arachnid terrors.
Ah.
So Darok, if you wish to, you are not in combat currently.
Am I not in combat with that number 10?
As I said, he is currently trying to fend off the multiple attacks of the arachnid horrors.
Is recovery one action?
It could be combined with a simple action of covering your face to prevent you taking any more shock damage beyond this round.
No, I mean, if it's an action, can I do like multi-actions, do recovery?
No, you can't. It's the whole thing.
So it's going. Although my thing won't work for me, so it's the way the armor works. It's like put it over. Because I've got a shield, I've got a claw, so if I put my hand over him, if I lose my combat, if I put the other one over, I can't do my
But the same with Ryoko. You've got a funky armored suit, so we can say. I mean, I love the idea of the sort of the dragon armor having some elements of the furnace about it, and just like you've got on the front of sort of like ancient furnaces, you've got somewhere where you can literally slide it backwards and forwards to open up or close some bits. I can envision that you having something similar on the front of yours, where there's like maybe like 4 open slits, and you just like push something and the slits close over.
Yeah,
Means it's going to get a bit stuffy in there for a bit, but you only have to do a simple action.
I'll do that and get my recovery because I want my shock back.
You do indeed want your shock back, and that's everybody on your side, I believe.
And now I take 1 shock.
You take
I don't. Do I?
Yeah, you still take a shock in this. You still do the shock this round.
Everyone gets a shock then.
Shock for you. Everybody takes a shock. Round 3. So this is the last round of your dex bonus.
What dex
Correct.
bonus?
Oh, it was 6 rounds.
Sorry, you're right. 6 rounds. Sorry, it's the everything's lasting a minute at the moment. Don't show your throat.
Good advice.
The villains are up, guys. It's not good.
Villains are up. Heroes are next. Defend and intimidate. Don't. Has everyone? Sorry, I keep forgetting. So you all should now have at least 2. If you haven't spent them, you should all have at least 2 cards from your hand into your pool.
Does up do again? Sorry.
Up means they roll 2 dice for everything.
Plain monologue then. Sacrifice my turn and we'll ignore their up.
It means that if they have to pick if they want to keep the first one. If they take the roll to the second up, they have to take that second up.
No. Up you're essentially getting a bonus roll. It's not the same as favoured.
Favoured's the one I'm thinking of then.
Yeah. Up is literally.
Okay. John, first of all, I just deleted by accident my drama card from the hand.
Do we believe him, guys? I think we should.
Yes.
Well, I've done it before.
And I have readied a card that is called Seize Initiative.
Okay. Well, there's your drama card back.
I was going to say...
Seize Initiative enables you to either keep the last round card or, once I've revealed the new round's card, make me draw again.
Who's got the most shock in this encounter so far?
I have 4.
I have 3.
5.
4.
4 as well.
I've got 5.
Well, that's the thing. I've lost 5 and I have 4 left, so that's not.
Yeah, we're looking at what you've lost. Suffered the most.
Do we want another card?
Yeah, we don't want them.
Get us another card.
Okay, there's no guarantee the next one's going to be any better, but go ahead.
It can't be this one.
Yeah.
Sure, I play the Seize Initiative card.
Okay, so you play Seize Initiative and force me to draw again.
Yes.
Losing blood. Any heroes with 1 or more wound suffer an additional wound.
Ooh, but Trick is favoured. That's great.
Defend and Trick are favoured. Villains still go first. You guys are set back.
What?
Means we just don't do anything this turn.
It's a dramatic scene. Well, if I can't think of anything else, you'll lose your action this turn.
No.
But I'm going to think of something else.
Yeah, think of something else.
I am going to think of something else. Don't worry.
I'm thinking
I've already
about
thought of something else. But the villains go first.
Is that the time?
So, Top of the round. Amethia Cortal. Seeing that there are lots of her minions in front of her, the high priest of the Pyreans is going to involve herself elsewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She, not that you can really make out through the mist, but she strides imperiously over, uttering words in a language you do not understand. You just get the odd Karok and Darok. She seems to be addressing the avatar. And I just need to make sure there's no one there. Yep. And proceeds to have a go at it with her dagger. Let's see if she can do any better than any of her minions.
1. Hey.
Unfortunately, she can't spend a possibility on that because it is a fail, and her knife snaps. The Avatar of Darok number 4 is that one. He's having a go at the priest. Oh, okay. That's an action total of 20 against that poor priest's unarmed combat. No, it's armed because he's got his knife. That's 11. That's 2 bonus die of damage. I'm going to steal Durak's bonus die again.
Leave my death alone.
That's 5 onto its. Why hasn't it got its? Oh, it's just its strength. That's why. Oh, okay, that's not good. Versus its toughness, that's 13. That is priest number 2. Priest number 2 goes down.
Hey.
Someone run over and grab his staff.
Plunging, thrusting fists of one of the avatars of Darok. Nothing going on there. That's 1 bonus die. That's 15 versus, which one was it? It's number 2, who's... Oh, hang on, he should have moved. 1, 2, 3. He's going after that thrall. That's 1 bonus die. That's a 1 onto his strength. That's a 15 versus that toughness. That's 1 wound. Pyrian thrall number 12 goes down under the fists. Avatar of Darok 1, who is still bashing away at the pillar. Despite all of the foes arrayed around it, it would seem the rage of the volcano god personified cracks through the pillar and it tumbles off through the hole. The whole volcano rumbles in anticipation. The fire priests, ineffective. What am I looking at there? Fire priest 8. That's that guy. Oh, that was a good noise. Well done. They move down. Priest 7. He's ineffective. Priest 6 moves across. Priest 5. He's ineffective. Priest 4. Oh. 21 on his melee. So that's versus... That's a 2 bonus die of damage. Let's see if he can actually do anything. Oh. 10. He strikes into the body of the avatar of Darok, his blade going in between the chinks of two drying pieces of molten magma, and he rakes down. Molten magma drops off, but it seems to have had no impact on the avatar whatsoever.
Wow.
Moving on. That fire priest is trying something similar. Oh, he got something similar,
Very.
but it has the same lack of impact. What can they do apart from those ones? Oh. Okay, none of them have done that yet. I need to pay attention to that one. These guys appear to be defending. That guy's not stymied anymore. And the thralls. Well, these guys have got a slightly better chance of doing damage to the avatar. That's enough to do one bonus die of damage. Oh, hang on. Let's just roll one. But not with that. These things are quite tough. 2, 3, 4. They're running back in. He's gonna combine with some other people, but I'll get them in place first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Okay, so while we're here, Ryoko, thralls 7 and 6 are ganging up on you.
All right.
What's your melee weapons defense?
My defense is
Probably higher than an 11, isn't it?
15 at the moment.
Yeah, they miss you.
Oh.
Pyrian thrall number 3 is going after Darok and misses him. And when we get to Pyrian thrall number 10, he's going to attack one of the annoying spiders. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't advance any further. Thrall number 10 is going to go after Arachnobot 2 because he sees it's a little bit melty. Doesn't hit it. I know their dex is a 12, so that doesn't go over their unarmed combat. Dex is a 10, it's not going to go over their unarmed combat. They're quite Roman in their attitude as well, because you can see them with their shields and their short swords. They're literally starting to almost get into a sort of a phalanx style formation. The slaves are trapped still, so to you guys. Now, the setback. Who's going first? Actually, Sodu's going first. Abram, as you're the only person not currently in the ash cloud, you've probably got the most view around you. The bridge that you're on trembles briefly. You turn to see about 10 meters. There's about another length of the bridge before you get to the edge of the volcano. You can see about half a dozen thralls hacking away at the bronze anchor that is holding the other end of the bridge into the wall.
Our bridge.
Your bridge.
Oh, the little son of a guns.
There's about 6 of them, and as I said, they're about 10, 15 meters away. Now, the effect this round that's having on you while it's going on is you're essentially stymied because the bridge is rocking. So bear that in mind. What are you all doing?
I'm gonna do some tricking. I'm not sure who to trick. Should I just try to trick the front lines here, or should I go for the priests? You think?
Hang on. I moved a slave in when I meant to move a thrall.
Should I trick thralls or priests?
That's a question to you guys, not to me.
Yeah. Well, I'm not asking them.
I know. I'm trying to think. We need to get to the priests, but we have to get through all these people in front of us to get to them.
It's easier to take down than the priests.
Yeah, but I can make the priest stymied or something.
I can, which I've been sort of trying to do, but not really had the opportunity, is to push them, blast them. I've got an area effect blast spell. We should push them off the edge, which should be quite good fun.
We don't do that to the priests.
Pardon?
We don't want to do that to the priests.
No, but to the other ones, I could, if I can get in the right
Brawl.
position. That is.
So throw 1, 2,
So
1, 3,
basically,
and 10.
the front
I think
line,
we're gonna-
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, those. What should I go with? Because I'm going to do 3 of them.
You'll move away.
I'll do 10, 3, and 6. Right, I'm going to trick them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the crystal thing I have, the Heart of Ukan, and I'm going to hold it up in the air and I'm going to start chanting clerically, like Shuka Faduka La Buddha Snika Fuba.
Gavano Wanga Solo. That sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm going to make him think that this thing has some sort of great power.
Well, it does, just not the great power you're trying to infer upon it. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, some whatever would.
Okay, now, just to let you know,
Yeah.
you are holding the Heart of Ukan,
Yeah.
which has a spirit. The realm of Ukan has a spirit axiom of. Should be in the bits of the gear. Did I not put it on there? Oh, I didn't put it on there. It's a spirit axiom of 1, just to let you know. They are very, 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 very non-spiritual.
Yeah.
Now, what this essentially means is you are trying to fake a religious ceremony,
Yeah.
which the idea of which is above currently your personal axioms. So it's not above the axioms of the local area. So even though it isn't contradictory in core Earth, you've currently put yourself under the Ukan axioms. Great idea. Go ahead, we'll do it. So it's only a 1-case contradiction, but it is a potential contradiction.
Right. Yeah, but I'm not. I don't believe I'm doing anything. So
No, it's all about ideas. For example, if you try and come up with an idea that's beyond the social axiom levels, you can disconnect, even though you're not. For example, if an Idonos tries to start to accepting democracy, it's a contradiction. It's only a 1 case. Don't worry.
Just don't roll a 1.
I'm also at a -6.
For doing.
Because I'm doing a multi-target.
Yeah. But on 3 people, aren't you?
And I'm stymied.
Oh, wait, stymied. Yes, I forgot about that.
But I might spend a possibility.
Right, you didn't disconnect. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
It's just as you're doing this, your mind is filled with those alien voices, and just it's a bit distracting because they're talking about like humanism and realists and yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a 21. So the thralls, I can safely say that their trick is not over 10. It's a 9. So you actually get an outstanding. So obviously you can choose to make them very stymied or very vulnerable, but also because they're mooks, you could elect to take them out.
Yeah, I'm going to just take them out.
You won't be a 15 though. Shouldn't have -6 to it if you're stymied and whatnot.
Oh, did you not already take that into account?
The first roll, not the second roll.
Hang on, let's work it out.
So it took the dice roll of 8 and then rolled a 5 on it to get 15, didn't it?
Yeah, let's just double check that. So you got the 8. Came with a dice total of 21 because he rolled Yeah, that's the point. What did you write on your Badger, what did you write on the thing? Because you should have had an 8.
Wrong way around, but
You should have had your skill in the first box, and then what your dice roll was in the second. Is that what you did?
Oh crap! I didn't write what the skill was. No, crap, I forgot about that. But it's
What's it set to at the moment?
13, so it's actually supposed to be 2 higher because it's
Okay, so lower it by 4 for the minuses. So it's a 17, not a 16, not a 15.
good enough anyway, right?
Well, it's still enough to get a good success, not to get an outstanding.
Oh yeah,
You're 2 away from getting an outstanding. So if you still want to go for an outstanding and you've got something that can deal with it,
I'm gonna spend a willpower card.
okay, that adds 3 to it, so it's still an outstanding success. How are you taking them out?
I'm sort of just trying to walk, get like on the other side of them and sort of walk towards them and try to just corral them into the lava or off the edge. Maybe hope that they scramble and pull each other like they
Yeah,
get
I've got an
this.
issue with that. So what's that? Thrall 3, 6, and 10. In a primitive fear, they was it 3, 6, and 10? They each cower away from the perceived glowing light. There is none. The perceived glowing light of divine wrath coming towards them. And yes, 2 a 1, they do stumble and fall off the platform with I can't do a Wilhelm, but you all know what the Wilhelm scream is, yeah? It's that classic scream you hear in every single film, like, ah!
Got it right here actually, but I can wait.
As they tumble off. Possibly happy. You think maybe this is the sort of primitive culture. That's exactly the one. This is the sort of primitive culture where they might gladly sacrifice themselves in Joe versus the volcano style.
Yes, they look like little golems.
That was a trick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so have a card. Step A.
Ugh. That's the exact same card I've got.
Yeah, we were getting the duplicates. So that was Dr. Dick. Who's after Dr. Dick?
Theo can shoot now, probably, if he wants to.
Does Theo want to shoot now?
I was going to.
How far does repel?
Thin the line.
Repel,
I'm
repel.
just saying, like, before the arachnobots engage with anything, you got the chance to, like, just an opening to shoot, say, throw 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Or what was just remind me, how far does repel?
It repels quite far. I think it's about 5 meters. But the issue is, I think I need to get a bit closer. So I'd need to get in the thick of it, and I don't think. So it's got a range of 5 meters, and then it blows them potentially another 5 meters back. Oh, right. So maybe.
There's a way through.
The thing is, I need knock them down that hole, really.
Yep.
So
you could stand immediately to the right of Pyrean Thrall 1.
There, for example.
And it affects everyone within 5 meters. So let's
do it.
I don't think I'm within 5 meters. Oh, that is 5 meters?
That's
It's 5 squares, isn't it?
3, 4, 5, yeah. And it comes out from you, I think. So
Yeah.
in theory, oh, hang on, this is my one. Got 2 men on the board now. So in theory, from there, I'll get rid of mine because yours is fine. Pointers, remove that one. So it will affect all enemies in that radius and potentially push them back 5 meters apiece.
Yes.
I would
Might
say
lose-
that is a wonderful tactic.
Might lose the priests though.
Only a potential 5 meters.
Yeah, 5 won't put anyone over the edge.
Well, because it's
It
5
would.
squares.
It would push most of them out.
I
That seems
suppose
so negative.
it goes from, I suppose if it goes from the angle, the priests will be alright because I'm pushing them that way to the sort of northeast.
If you're going that way, straight off into the middle.
Oh, those 3 are screwed. Yeah, sorry. Those 3. Do we need them all, do we?
You need 6.
Okay.
Just do it and get it over with, because we have to go run all the way up to the other 2 prisoners, and there's 1 fire priest up there too.
Yeah, I'm getting off. We're yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Go for it. Don't forget, you're in a dramatic scene, so you can also choose to play for the critical moment if you want. Simple explanation of that is whatever card you've got in your hand, put in your pool, use what you want, and then discard everything else.
Doesn't matter. You have to realize what his dice rolls are like.
So I better spend my last possibility really, because that kind of sucks.
Remember to put in the thing in the thing.
So your skill level in the first one,
Oh, shite.
and then a 3 in the second box.
Okay. Let me redo that. So my skill in the first one.
Yep, so that's your faith. And then the 3 in the second one.
Do that again then. Yep.
Your dice are
Insane.
just terrible, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, I was rolling 20s when I was testing earlier. I mean, it's just like, yeah. So
That can't be
Hasn't
right
worked.
either.
That hasn't worked.
That can't be right either.
should be
Hang
a
on.
Possibly.
It says dice roll 13. It did say
Yeah,
13.
right, okay. Okay, Skell, you've only put a 5. So
Yeah.
it's your faith is 5 plus your spirit. So add 10 to that. So you got a 16, not a 6.
That's
Or you
better.
can roll it again if you want, just to make sure it all works.
Yeah, let's roll it again, make sure it works, shall we? Because what's the worst that can happen? Well, there you go.
That's better. Okay.
Thank you, John.
22. So the target number for repel is, it should be listed on the miracle.
It is a 10.
Okay, so that's an outstanding success. What happens on an outstanding success?
The foes are very stymied. The effective strength is equal to my faith plus 2, so that'll be like 17 effective strength, I presume. The force
Or
of
your
strength.
spirit plus your whatever is, yeah.
Okay, so it affects all enemies of equal or lesser strength than 17.
Well, they've all got less strength than 17, shall we say.
They're all pushed
Okay.
back 5 meters and very
1,
stymied.
2, 3, 4, 5. Ah!
I'm glad he's
Power in
conscious
troll
to it
number
next
1. Yep, we're doing it. That one first. Don't remove that.
Oh, sorry.
I was using that to work out who went down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Power in thrall 7. Ah!
Ah.
It's a 4 radius circle you did there, by the way. Not a 5 radius circle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that one. This fire priest stops at the big pillar.
Dunk.
That thrall goes off the middle.
Wah. See, this is good entertainment. This is like, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's raining
Okay,
men.
somebody roll me a. Can somebody do me a test with a skill of 8, please?
Not me. I'm
Not
stepping away
Darok.
from the dice.
Okay, Pyrian priest number 1 is unable to grab the edge, and he goes over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no question that Pyrian priest number 10 goes over. And this guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Parting of the waves. Theo, have a possibility.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
Nice one.
Where did the fire priest that was diagonal to him go to, by the way?
Well, one went
Further diagonally.
further diagonal off to the right.
One to the left.
Another one. There's number 11 there. Number 8 further down. One scrabbled to hold on to the edge, but Alexander rolled a 2, so he wasn't able to make his dex check.
What about them two slaves? Did they
Well, they're not necessarily enemies.
baddies? Oh yeah, they sorry.
Where did the fire priest that was there, where that black arrow was pointing at, go to?
Or black arrow. That's a blue
Yes.
arrow.
There's a small black arrow in front of Theo.
That one there, when is Pyrian Priest number 6, if you look up where the collapsed column is, he's the southernmost priest in that lot.
Okay, damn it.
Although they are fire priests, how would they like to have a round of Molotov cocktail?
We could give them a try. You're not sure exactly how it's going to affect them. Again, for the idea of openness, they have additional armor versus fire.
Okay.
Oh, which reminds me, as the first person to actually step onto the plate proper, Theo, it's very hot on this platform. You did get one of the shields, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Yeah. Strangely, you're managing to ward off the heat from below. I mean, your legs are hurting, but you're keeping most of the heat from your face. Essentially, every single round you're on the disc, you're subject to 10 heat damage. But luckily, your toughness plus the shield is enough that you're probably not worrying about any shock from that.
I'm doing the thing those lizards do. You know, they stand on one foot and then stand on the other because it's dead hot.
Indeed, you are.
Yeah.
Who's following the father's effectiveness?
I may as well do what I was going to. Well, I'm going to have to do something different, but I'll just do my movement. How far can I move faster?
Well, you can do a double move, so you double your dex.
I want to move all the way up to that prisoner there.
So you're moving up to
Can't
Kathy.
you run 3 times your dex?
It might be. I'm not sure. Hang on. We haven't done it that often. Of course, run's not on there. Character may move up to his run distance at a -2 penalty. All other actions that round. So you can still do something when you run, but yeah, you can move up to 3 times your dex actually.
Okay. The reason they're not moving is because they're chained.
They appear to be. I mean, these two. The guy on one side. There's a chain that's running through a shackle on their feet, and the chain is literally wrapped around. It's only going to be, I mean, for you, it's a 10, I'd say. But again, you're getting a -2 because you've run over the.
Hard to see. I have to turn the light on soon.
So you can, let's say you've got a difficulty of 12 with your skill. Don't bother modifying your skill up or down.
Oh, I've already did it. So.
Okay, then you've got a DC of 10 with a modified skill.
Woohoo!
Not with that. I mean, you're used to more sophisticated locks than this. I mean, literally, the bits in this, you went in with the tools you thought you were going to need, but you find that your picks are actually too light. So you've had to put them away and essentially pull out more than affect a couple of files
actually,
and start working at it.
My picks are my claws. It's built in.
Oh, there you go.
That's what the claws
Or you have to switch them out some bits. And you need to go, well, actually, I need the claws, not the delicate bits.
Claws are lock picks, which is weird. But there you go. That's me.
Okay, who's following Darok?
Take a lot of damage.
I will.
End, so remember.
What about the slaves? We don't care about them.
It's up to you.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's what I went off the after one of these.
They do not appear to be acting in opposition to you, the slaves.
Okay, well, can I reach the Pyrian Priest 3?
How much is your movement? Your dex, basically.
Priest 3. Where's Priest 3?
He's in the pillar.
Oh, the one that. Yeah, he's very stymied as well. So.
Yeah, well,
What's your dex?
He's got
it's
10 now.
at the moment 10.
Okay. Yeah. No, you should be able to get over there.
Is Theo? Is it still ticking?
It is. You've got. I think we've got a round left on your bless. Melee weapons versus these guys. He's 6 at the moment. So that's a good success.
One bonus die or?
That would be 1 bonus die.
All right, then. That's an 8, and that's 21.
Actually, my apologies. I know it would have mattered. It was 1 lower. It would have been a 3, not a 4. Sorry, a 5, not a 6. It's still only been 1 bonus die. What damage? Sorry.
21.
31.
21.
21. Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter because you've done 2 wounds to him. He's got a toughness of 6. So that's 15, which is 3 wounds, 6 shock. So Parian Fire Priest number 3 is run through and collapses to the ground. Who's following Ryoko?
Do I have movement left to come over to Darok?
You were there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You could get to Durak's. What's your dex? He's 10, isn't it? You can move 2 more from there.
Yeah, so
either 2 more straight or 2 more up.
And then I can move a card, right?
You can. Everyone can do it. I keep forgetting to say it, but I'll try and remember to do it at the end of the go. I'll try and remember it each time. So who's going after Ryoko?
Who's left to go?
Dr. Dick, did you go yet?
Yeah, well, we can pretend I didn't.
Okay, because the one thing you do realise is that the bridge is shaking, so...
Okay. Oh, right. Can I still move then? Because I didn't... Well, I moved a bit, but... I didn't use up all my move.
What is your move?
My move is... 8.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, you could move off of the bridge if you wanted to.
Whew.
I assume it's me after that, and I run off the bridge as well. My 2 arachnobots follow me, and...
I mean, they've got a move of 10, so they can probably move a bit further if you wanted them to.
I'll move off the bridge. The 2 arachnobots will go over and try and chomp... No, fuck it. They'll move around and chomp on slave 19 and slave 4.
You're attacking the slaves still.
What? No, don't attack the slaves.
Okay, sorry. Right. Why attacking?
Well, Fire Priest 8's off to the right. Let me go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could get to there with a 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that guy could also get to there with a 9.
So he'll do that. I'll move off the bridge.
Yeah, already moved off the bridge. Yeah, you could probably move another couple of meters if you wanted to stay up with the arachnobots around to about there if you want.
Cool. And try and distract or kind of draw Fire Priest State's attention.
Okay, well, it's already very stymied. It's very stymied, but that means he's reduced, but you can still make him vulnerable.
I'll try and make him vulnerable.
You're going to try a trick with him, yeah?
Yep. Pull the revolver out. Just start walking towards. I'll pull the revolver out and start walking towards him with the fucking Dirty Harry speech.
More an intimidate than a trick.
Oh, shit.
Not Dirty Harry. Make it seem like you're Like, talk about how damn good you are at shooting when you're actually.
That's actually very good. Yeah. Okay. It's kind of, yeah. Walk
It's a
up.
targeted intimidate in the fact that you're intimidating him by trying to convince him you're a crack shot with this boomstick. Because he has
Okay.
no idea what this boomstick is. But
Or is he
Right.
trying to trick him to say he's being
Okay. Well,
he's trying to describe it as a trick.
in that case, what I want to do is make it seem as if the gun is some kind of like magical artifice that will bring that will like vent thunder and fire on him.
Oh, you're getting a bit Sacellum on his ass. That's good. Because thunder and fire are big parts of your own faith. Of the world you're from, anyway. Okay, so roll a trick. The difficulty for this guy is a 10.
Hang on.
Abram's gone off AFK and it's his go next.
That'll do.
Okay, so that's a good success. So you're not going to get player's call, but you can make him very stymied or very vulnerable. As he's already very stymied, you're making him very vulnerable. So his melee weapons defense is now a 4, so the arachnobots leap on him.
Right, okay, each of them attack.
Are they attacking independently?
Yes, they are.
Their toughness is only 6, so they've probably got a better than average chance of doing something on this one. So melee weapons for arachnobot 1. He misses. Melee weapons for arachnobot 2. Actually, no, he doesn't miss. He probably just doesn't do much damage because their his defense is only 4.
Okay.
So one arachnobot does a standard success, which is 10 damage.
Yep.
So that's 2 shock for the priest 8. That'll reduce his shock from 11 to 9. And then the other arachnobot does an outstanding success with an 18. So roll 2 bonus die and add it to 10.
Oh.
Well, 13 still versus his toughness of 6 is enough to do 6 results, which is 1 wound and another 2 shock. So it doesn't take him out, but if I get the right one, he is looking wounded. And you get a card for doing a successful trick. Have a hero card. Gaz, what is Abram doing?
I'm going to wrap something around my face and then run in.
Right.
So I think that's my go, isn't it? Then?
What's your dex?
10.
Are you running in as much as you can, or just... You were 1 further away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 gets you to there.
Is there a reason we're just like lining up there? Or...
Only because people have just stepped off the bridge.
We're doing an action pose.
Doing a selfie.
With the confused slave 19 going, why am I being involved in the action pose?
So this
slightly over to the left.
You're going to go slightly more to the left.
So I can hopefully see around the
Yep.
pillars a bit better.
So that was the last round of your
well,
bless.
first, before we have to do the fire, our toughness will be higher than 10, isn't it?
Anyway, okay, so if your toughness is at least 15,
Which it is, yes.
you're not going to take anything from... Well, actually, no. If your toughness is a 15, you're going to take 1 shock.
Okay.
But you can count into this any bonuses you're getting from flame-resistant shields. So, what is everybody's toughnesses, including flame-resistant shields? Darok.
I don't have flame-resistant shields.
So you're just a 15.
Yeah.
So you take 1 shock.
I did already take it.
69 probably. I don't know. Lots.
Because you got a 15 added to your toughness of...
Well, it's 5 without anything else. No, 6.
So 21. So you're not taking anything. Residence, what's your toughness, including your shield, which was giving you a 10?
16.
Then you're right. Theo, what's your toughness, including your shield, which was giving you a 15, if I recall? Not including your funky armor.
Its base is 11, not including my funky armor. Oh, I'm
That's a
confused now.
26, so you're fine.
Okay.
Ryoko?
I have this Uber shield from last time.
You're probably fine as well. Abram?
I think I'm 15.
So you take 1 shock. Everyone can move a card from their hand into their pool. Yay, I remembered.
Answer.
And puny tricks.
Tricks.
This round, the intimidation skill can be used as a defense against any type of interaction attack this round. And the ash cloud disappears. But once again, the villains go first. God, why do the villains keep going first? I want you lot to reduce my freaking roster so I don't have to manage as many things.
That's how it happens.
I know. So, firstly, the Great Priest, Amethia, is going to try something.
Where is she?
She is over confronting one of the avatars of Darok. She's going to make a find test, first of all. Push the right button. Okay. Yeah, she was facing in this direction when she saw what Father Theo just did. Not knowing that you've got your funky shield, though. And her move is 8. So she goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Utters a few words. The ground at your feet, Father Theo, suddenly starts getting very hot very quickly.
Uh-oh.
She critically fails. Obviously, her god is not with her.
My
So the
God's
ground
with
under your
me.
feet begins to heat up very quickly and then just cools down and just is left steaming. And there's a look of rage on her face.
Get thee behind me, Satan.
That's exactly what she was just doing hellfire on you. Just so you know, that would have been 13 fire damage with 2 bonus die onto that if she had gotten a decent result, which she's got quite a good faith skill, so it's better than average chance she can.
Just going to regret that. When's it my go?
After theirs.
Right then.
Avatar of Darok number 4 is that one. It steps in that direction, goes after the nearest slave. It hits, and yeah, it's a slave. So slave 2 screams as the thing approaches. The slave's tugging on its the shackle where it's bound to the top of the tower, and you just watch as it desperately tries to pull away. As the thing approaches, the slave's hands begin to blister as the heat off the thing begins to burn it, and then it just puts its hands down around the creature, the humanoid's face, and just you hear a sizzling, and then the corpse falls to the ground, motionless. Avatar of Darok number 3 is being mobbed over here. These guys appear to have decent defense against flame, though, because they're not being impacted by that. Avatar of Darok number 2 is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it's going to move to there, and it's going to do a multi-attack on those 2 slaves. Right, they manage to scramble away from it. Avatar of Darok number 1 is essentially ignoring the ones around it, and it just begins to move down to the second pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it attacks the pillar. Oh, not with a TORG 20, it's a TORG 10. Right, just to let you know, Darok, Darok, not Darok. This thing is giving off intense amounts of heat. Just to let you know, any character within 1 meter of the avatar at the start of the avatar's action automatically suffers fatigue. Okay?
Ouch.
Okay, so I have to move away from it then.
Fire Priest number 8 is going to breathe fire on the 2 arachnobots.
Shit.
What is the arachnobots? Dodge or dex, whichever is higher.
I think they have dodge.
Mm-hmm.
The dodge is 2. So it's
So
12.
there's a 12. So that gives them a good success.
Do I roll the dodge? Sorry.
No, well, not unless they're electing to actively defend.
If they lose their turn.
They would lose their turn, yes. And flames burst out doing 18 damage. What's the arachnobot's toughness is?
Jesus. Not that. 9.
So that's 9 results. Not enough for 2 wounds. So that means Arachnobot 2 takes another wound and collapses with its internal components burned. Because have they got 2 wounds or 1 wound?
1 wound.
Okay, yeah. So Arachnobot 2 is taken out.
Okay. Is there anything I can do to?
You could spend a possibility on its behalf if you wished to soak. You can do that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, spend a possibility, roll your reality skill to attempt to soak the 1 wound, and the shock's irrelevant. So you're going to need at least a 10 on your reality skill.
Fuck. I throw a action into. Can I use a card on this?
Yeah, of course you can. You're doing the roll.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
I use an action on this +3 to the test.
Okay, that's
so
fine.
that's
So you soak the damage for Arachnobot 2, and Arachnobot 1 takes 1 wound.
Grant.
Orion Fire Priest 9. Seeing where the High Priest has gone and seeing where the Avatar of Darok has gone, these begin to head over in that direction. And he attempts to cast
So do the Arcos guys.
Flame Aura. So number 9 has got a Flame Aura as well. Number 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 6 is... Where's number 6 gone? I've lost number 6. That one there was blasted back, wasn't he? Yep, he's not running away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. And he is going to breathe fire at Abram. Breathe fire is a difficulty of 14. So Abram, you take 16 damage. Minus your defenses, including fire defense, if you have any.
What defense do I use? Is it dodge or
Toughness.
tough?
But you're not applying any. You're not applying your armor, but you do apply the shield if you have one.
13 then.
You shock.
2 shock.
As you hide behind the shield and deflect most of it, but still the heat licks around the edges. There's a smell of burnt leather. Yeah, they're up here at the top. They're desperately trying to do anything to this avatar number 3, but they don't appear to be able to do anything. Against things that are pretty much immune to flame, these guys appear to be quite badly equipped. Yep, yeah, well, there might be a chance on that one. Nope. Number 11, he is also going to see if discretion is a better part of valor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as he's rushing off. Five. That thrall is attempting to take out the avatar of Darok still. Ineffectively. Thrall number 4. Ineffective. Slaves. And it's your guys' goes.
So,
Who's going first?
well, I've got.
Roll your dice, guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, forgot the surge. Well reminded. It's just a d20. And we're waiting for Abraham. Resident, sorry. Just a d20, you know,
Oh,
for
sorry.
the surge result. Well done.
Okay.
I can afford to kill one priest, can't I, here?
You've killed 2 so far.
I can kill one more. So can I do another explosion thing? Yeah, it's just that.
You could do if you want to.
Try. So I was thinking if I sit there,
Mm-hmm.
it'll get her.
You're moving the
One.
character, I think.
No, I'm not. I'm not moving him.
I think the badger was moving for some reason. Yeah, you could do something there.
Okay, let's see if this works. If not, I'm gonna die horribly, I guess. Okay. What could possibly go wrong? So I will hold aloft my crucifix in one hand, shotgun in the
It's
other,
in one hand, and
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 I'll
the shield in the third hand.
that's right. The crucifix is held in the hand that the shield's attached to.
be gone. The power of the Lord compels you.
Fuck off. So that's currently a 15.
Currently a 15, which means
It's a good success. Because it is just versus a 10, isn't it, Repel?
repel. Yeah, it's versus a 10. The force of it though is a good success is faith plus 2, so it's 17. Yeah, the outstanding all that's going to do is up it from very stymied to stymied, so I'm happy with that. It's still going to blow her. Oh, I don't know what her strength is. I don't think I can get any higher though. If it's a good success, that's yeah, I'll do. Hopefully she has less than 17 strength.
There aren't any questionable ones within that, even though it's a bit of a big one. So the first one we're going to do is the Avatar of Darok.
Die, Avatar of Darok.
Is it not on the other side of the pillar, though?
Doesn't matter. The
It does not matter?
repelling force goes through. So it does, in fact, blast it off. I mean, it's a creature made of lava, but it does get blasted off.
Ah.
Shouts, Daddy, I'm coming back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slave doesn't move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I love the fact diagonals break all laws of
Physics and reality.
And momentum.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 3 priests down.
As they fly off, Dr. Dick's going to turn to Abram and just say that ability there, totally broken.
In
Now, because she's
situations like this,
named, she is going to get a dex check to see if she can grab the lip. And she's going to spend one of her possibilities on that.
ooh,
And I don't have the ability to do hers, so I'm just going to roll this one.
no.
17, add 14 is a 31, which is enough.
Oh,
So we'll basically, she's on the edge, but well done.
cool. Hanging over the fingertips, is she? I'll
Pretty
point.
much.
I'll point to the fingers. Stamp on that. Stamp on them. Do that.
What I'm going to do, if I may, is
Goes.
You still got
sort of walk towards her. I'm going to combine two tricks. I'm going to take the laser thing, and I'm going to shine it through the heart of Ukon and sort of direct whatever comes out at her. And that's a trick.
Okay.
And would it be reasonable for a player's call to be that she falls off?
Not for a normally not for a named character of that kind, but in this case, no problem at all.
Because something even worse happens if she falls off.
Oh, barrel. Do I spend a possibility of that?
it is up to you.
Has anyone got something they want to? Because I got the last one.
Oh, I can boost you.
With by how much? Because
3.
Her defensive trick is a 12.
yes, I'm going to need a pretty good roll. So unless someone's got like a hero card or something.
Well, you've got an 11 at the moment, so anything giving you a bonus number of 1 will
I
make
don't
it a
think-
success.
I don't think anyone can use a hero card on you if you have it. Don't you know?
You can swap them between your pools if you have them both in your pools.
Yeah, but it needs to be player's call to get her like.
It does to make her lose her grip. You need player's call.
And I would get that automatically, wouldn't I, with a +10?
Well, no, you're not getting a +10. That would give you a 16, which is only going to give you a bonus number of like 2. But if you spent a possibility as well, so I mean that would give you you're going to put it up from a 15 to a 17. Still not enough. You need to get a 22 total to get a player's call.
Has anyone got any cards I can use for that? Nobody.
I've got supporter cards. Anything I can help you with? I think.
Your
Don't-
mind.
Damn
the
it,
drama card work.
The the drama card. Well, you could.
Actually, you need more than that because of puny tricks. Her intimidate skill is higher than her trick skill, so you need a 24.
Crap.
Because she is defending your trick with her intimidate this round.
Well, okay. Well, I'm going to spend that possibility anyway.
Okay. God, I wish it was old Torg. I could have just gone counter. Can't do that in this edition. So did you do that correct? You put your skill in the first box and a 6 in the second box when doing the possibility, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, you are 2 points away from player's call.
But I am 2 because it's supposed to be 15, not 13. Crap, I forget that. How do I change it to? Oh. Yeah, it's supposed to be 15 since I'm using the trick because that's 15. So that means I get a player's call.
If it is,
I've got the -4 on it again. You still haven't put the -4 in. Because you're getting a -4 to your roll, aren't you?
No.
Why have you got a -4 on you? Oh, that's your bonus -4. Sorry, no. You need a 24, and isn't that 23?
Yeah, but as we were saying, his bonus of 9, but his skill's actually 15, not 13, because he neglected to change the 13 to a 15 on the bonus number.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Her fingers slip, and basically, well, the fingers disappear from view. You don't actually see what happens to her.
Yay. Well done, Dr. Sanders.
Oh, look! I made her disappear with science. Haha.
Well, at least she's got a target now when she comes back.
Didn't see anything.
Who's going after Dr. Dick?
I'll do it
Right.
because I want to do my lockpicks and do a move as well.
Okay.
Let's do a
He just got a lot
lockpicks.
less hot, thanks to Theo.
Just need to do some lockpicks on this. Where is it? Stupid lockpicks. There we go.
Card for me.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You said I had a meet 12. No,
You
10,
did.
didn't you?
10, you've got minuses, so.
Some minuses from?
Well, the minuses last round were because you'd moved. So it's just a 10 this round.
So it's 6 above.
Okay. You go through, the lock clicks open. You still have to drag the chain through.
Well,
But,
I'm not dragging the chain through. I'm just unlocking it. I'm going to move over and pick up that stupid little crystal over here.
Okay, you do realize the one you've just released is the 9-year-old girl.
No, I didn't. Probably didn't care.
Actually, no, the 9-year-old girls are on the other side. That's the boy. So Wes can and does start dragging the chain out to release himself. His dad's in amongst your group, and they're reunited.
Big enough people to get their own chains off. Look at me. Probably the same height.
Yeah. Kathy, on the other hand, probably not so much.
So I take the little red crystal over here. That's my turn.
Who's following Darok?
Inventory.
All right. I will step between Theo and Dr. Sanders and get my SMG out with a small burst. Short burst. 3 rounds into the Pyrian Fire Priest 9.
Okay, go for it.
So that's missile weapon or no fire. Oh, and Dex is now gone, right? This round. All right. Okay. I will use the drama card as a possibility. So this is now the skilled one.
Skill in the first box, and the previous roll are your 3 in the second box.
All right.
Aryan Fire Priest dodge is a 9. So you're getting a good success.
That's
his toughness is 6.
13. Is this a bonus die?
You get a bonus die and a good success, yes. Oh.
So that's also 21.
15, that is enough.
20. Yeah.
He collapses and drops everything he's holding, including his ceremonial staff. As his body slips over the edge, the staff clatters to the floor, rolls about a foot towards the edge, and then the end where the crystal is just tips over the edge and the staff teeters. Who's following Ryoko?
The staff is still there, or?
Staff is still there, but it's precariously teetering.
Okay,
over
well
the edge.
I have movement left. I only moved like 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm on 8. So
Okay, that's close enough, and you either grab it or you just put your foot on the end of the staff.
Yes, I just step on it and be ready yeah, if someone would come after me from the north.
Okay, no problem. Abram or Dr. Hemlock?
Abram,
I will try and take out the fire priest on the left. Number 7.
Hang on, I've lost number 7. He's a long way off, isn't he?
To the left, yeah.
Oh, left. I've been going right. Yep.
Any negatives or anything? Or is it just
Nope.
straight roll?
He's 10 meters away, which I think or possibly a little bit more than that because it's on a corner, but I think that's fine for your bullets.
Damn. I'll roll again. Use a card.
Okay, so you're spending a possibility.
Hero 1. So it's a 3, wasn't it? I rolled. Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
oh,
10.
oh.
10. 48. Oh.
Now, you could spend a possibility of your own, which would give you at least a 58, but that all depends if somebody has a glory card in their pool that could be played.
I reckon one person may have a glory card in his pool. Did you play it? Have you, Ryoko?
Sorry?
You have your glory card in your pool.
Yeah. Jawohl.
You have a glory card in your pool. That's a 51 anyway, that. Because it hasn't added the 3 on for my first roll. Is it?
I think it
It
has
has.
because it's given you a die total of a 51.
Yeah, so it's 51.
Yeah, I don't know why it's come up with a 48 on that bit. I think, but the die total in the text. Yes, if you spend a possibility, you're guaranteed to get over a 60.
Have you got a glory card in your pool thing?
I got a glory card in my pool.
Shall I do that then? I'll spend a possibility then.
It's like you two are singing a song to each other.
We are in sync. We're loving
So
it.
just repeat the same thing, but this time you're putting your skill in the first one and you're putting a 51 in the second one.
Wow.
Glory!
Glory! Glory be!
Like, this is where you play your glory card. Then
This is where I play the glory card. Play after die roll 60 plus to refill all the orbs.
In a
Yes,
zone
so.
with possibility energy.
All players
So-
will receive 1.
Everybody gains a possibility.
Yay.
Okay.
card goes up to
And
6.
everyone gets a destiny card. So starting with residents. You gain a step B card.
okay.
Those are pretty bad. Oh, not bad, just lame.
Theo gets a transfer.
He needs a transfer.
Thank you.
Yoko
Totally uncalled for.
gets a seize initiative. Dr. Sanders gets master plan.
I have that one.
Abram gets transfer.
Just feed all your possibilities to me, guys.
And Durak gets a drama card.
If we had any, I've got one now, I suppose, haven't I?
Hand size is increased by an additional 1 until the end of the next act. So you're currently at a hand size max of 6 when this combat ends. But it does mean that when this act ends and the first glory result disappears, you've still got a single glory result carrying over into the next act. Well done. And yes, damage.
Oh, yeah.
At least we can at least work it out. Basically, it's 2 bonus die of damage.
I re-roll the 1, though. So that's
So you're on a 10 at the moment. Just roll the d6 again.
14.
So 14.
So
Well,
20.
as I said, the priests have a toughness of 6.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Pyrean Fire Priest number 7 with a proper shot takes out the arm. Basically, you shoot him directly into the shoulder, and it ruptures the mass of muscle. His hand twitches, and his staff goes flying to the ground, and he just bleeds out within seconds. So by my count, that currently leaves, there are 5, 2 of which have already been claimed, staves hanging around at the moment.
So I'll go and get that one then, so then I've claimed one.
Well, you can't get all there in this round, but you can head in that direction.
I can move 10. I'm only 9 away from there.
All right then.
Is white-
got high dex?
Does white do fire
Yeah.
damage?
Sorry?
Does what do fire
Does
damage?
white do the heat damage?
Oh, the floor, the white floor.
Yeah. The whole thing is heat. It's not because the floor's white or red. It's just it's
Oh,
hot.
right, okay.
Residents.
Let's fuck some people up. Yeah, I'm going to. Is that priest 8 still stymied? Or
He's not stymied, but he's still there. He's had a go since you
okay?
did anything to him this round. So he's no longer vulnerable.
Okay. Well, then I guess I can try and make him vulnerable with a trick. And that trick will be. Can't we do the same thing that I've done before? Shit. Fuck, I'm out of ideas. Not that I had that many to start with.
Rip him to
I
death.
want to try and trick. Sorry?
Are you talking about your spiders?
Yeah, I know. I want the spiders to bite him, but I want to see if I can
Oh,
take out a book, and I'm gonna try and basically distract him by doing something completely inane and weird, and like taking out a book and just reading it, looking at him, looking down at the book again, looking at him with that kind of like, oh, you're not gonna like this when this goes off. So he's like more worrying about me than the spiders. And insert maniacal chortling and whatnot.
Okay, thanks to puny tricks, his trick defense is actually 13 this round rather than 10.
Cool. Okay. Balls. Okay, cool. But if I get a 13, will that make him vulnerable or very vulnerable?
One or vulnerable or stymied, not very vulnerable or very stymied.
So Grant, I'll take. I'll use. I can use one of my action cards to do that, can't I?
Mm-hmm. As long as it's in your pool, not in your hand.
Oh shit. When am I supposed to be putting my cards into my pool?
At the end of each round. So
At the end of each round.
we'll assume you have done.
Yeah. Assuming I've done. Okay, Grant. Lovely. Okay, one of those goes in, and so he's now vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. So he's at -2. So his defense against your spiders is now a 7. So it's up to you if the spiders attack in 2s or separately.
Separately. And first one, to
4. It's okay. So it does damage. 10 versus its 6. He takes 2 shock.
And then the next one.
That's going to do 2 bonus die of damage. Strictly speaking, they should be
Okay.
getting -1s to this because they're wounded, but we won't worry about that right now. It's not going to have a major effect on these 2 rolls. So roll 2 bonus die.
Cool.
You've got a click for that on the front of your character sheet under the rolls section. Damage 2BD.
All right. Cool.
And then we can add that result to a 10. It's 18 versus 6, that's 12. That is enough to take out priest number 8.
Yay.
Okay, we'll take it as read that results in a 4th staff being in your possession. And as it is 10:40,
Just got one boy, one girl, or whatever the hell it is to rescue.
well, basically we'll take that as read that Wes and her father rush over and release her. You briefly take your breath as the avatars of Darok are busy taking out the, shall we say, the worshippers who were taking liberties at trying to chain their volcano lord Darok. You quickly gather yourselves, realizing that the 2 staves on the far side of the disc are beyond your control to get hold of because they've been taken out by the avatars, and begin to head off the platform to the east, following the one remaining fire priest you can see who isn't engaged, fire priest number 11. Once you are off the temple, a significantly different scene greets your eyes than the one when you left. It would seem that the appearance of Darok's minions, the defeat of the High Priestess, and the generally high number of slaves in the city at this point, you can see that the slaves of the Pyreans have taken the opportunity to turn on their masters.
Yay.
It would seem the city is in full rebellion.
Cool.
Cool.
In addition to that, you hear a familiar buzzing noise from above. And this is once you're off the lip of the volcano. Looking up, you can see Chakan and Princess Mila on their respective wasps heading down towards you. As he lands, Chakan effortlessly removes his harness and comes over and greets Spencer and you all once again. And Mila's wasp releases some additional items from its hands, and Mila comes over and says, "We thought you might need some assistance. We took out some priests on the way over," and you note that there are 3 staves at the bottom. Spencer, Kathy, and Wes appear out of the smoke behind you, bright smiles on all their faces. Spencer points to the battle raging down below and yells at you over the tumult. "The leopard folks and the Daruni are attacking the Pyreans together." As he points down, you can see that not just Chakan and Miller are here. Every so often, you can see a giant wasp swooping down and its rider attacking one of the enemies below. "They're fighting in the streets and freeing slaves as we speak. This is a big day here in the land below. But we," and he gestures to him and his children, "we can take it from here. You need to find out what the Idanos was up to and set things right on the surface world." He turns to Spencer. "The Waspberda scouts can take him to the temple. Use the sparks in those devices and jump through. It should take you to wherever the Idanos went. And best of luck, and thanks for helping me save my kids. I owe you more than you can ever know."
You're more than welcome.
Oh, yeah, you gotta pay that back someday.
"When we get around, we'll try to." He turns to Darok and Yeah, we might need to get away from here. Chakan, can we get as many people out as possible? He says, of course we can, my friend. But I do not think the volcano will explode at this time. And one of you asks him why. He says, and he turns towards Theo and Dr. Dick. He says, I think your sacrifice to the volcano god placated it somewhat. You can't think of what he means apart from maybe the high priest herself going in. Over the next few minutes, a frenetic sequence of events finds you once again teamed up with your respective wasp riders, and you are each picked up and rushed away from Tanta Keller. Let me just call up the map again so you can remember where you all are. So Tanta Keller is down in the bottom right-hand corner.
Is that where we are?
That's where you are at the moment.
Where are we going? Oh, the one up north?
Yep, up north.
Village, okay.
And as you rise up, you see battle raging in the street below. It seems that, yes, the Daruni and the leopard folk do have things in hand. There appear to be strongholds where the Pyreans are holding up, while large groups of slaves are liberated and just inflate the rebellion forces. An hour later, the Wasp Rider scouts drop you all off at the entrance to a squat temple far north of Tanta Keller. It's actually to the east of the hippie village where that green dot is. The caverns wind a short way into the earth before coming to a strange pedestal filled with white, burned out crystals. One at a time, you remove the crystals, if you haven't already, from the staves that they're attached to, and put them in the bowl, and a pulsating portal appears in the opposite wall. You get the feeling it's going to remain open for about 60 seconds before beginning to wane. With all 6 crystals in, what do you do?
Well, I guess it's time to find out what's on the other side.
Yeah, there's nothing really here to, stay behind for, so.
Agreed.
So who's first?
Oh, I'm first. I'm through.
All right.
I've got an important thing on the other side waiting for me. Move my pull cards back over.
We'll deal with that in a minute.
Okay.
Because you're about to transition into a new act. You step through the pulsating portal and emerge on a platform overlooking a great lake. In fact, it looks like a great lake, capital G, capital L. At first, you think you're on a building, but after a quick look, you're obviously on the ruined wall of a large ship, perhaps an ore hauler or an oil tanker. You're actually standing on the back wall of the pilot's cabin, looking out of the side windows onto a massive blue-green lake. There's a good chance that it's Lake Michigan, because you're standing on a large chart mounted on the wall that you're standing on that says Lake Michigan shipping lanes. Perhaps more interestingly are the very clear Adinos claw marks torn in the paper and a syringe stuck in one of the cork boards. Billy's breadcrumbs continue to form a trail for you. The door is on the roof, given the orientation of the cabin, but the windows on both sides of the pilot house have been smashed, allowing easy egress. The sun is just beginning to set on the horizon, its rays intermittently blinding through the wreckage. As you climb out of the pilot house, scrambling down to the side deck of the boat below. You are now in Act 4, the Tower of Death, Scene 1, Shipwreck, where we will come back to it next week.
Is this the
I wonder what the
cheerily,
tower is.
cheerily entitled Tower of Death? I think.
Eerily entitled Tower of Death. End of an act. Everyone gets 5 XP. You should all now have 60 total XP.
Yay!
Can everybody please discard their Cosm cards? And can everybody please discard down to 5 cards in their hand?
5. We lost the other one then because it's another act.
You're in another act. So, yes,
Yeah.
you were getting a bonus of 5. So you very briefly had 6 cards in your hand, but you're down to 5.
Well, I spent all my cards.
Okay, well, once we've done that, we'll get the cards done and out of the way now.
Cosm card is also, sorry.
Yeah, Cosm cards get refreshed at the beginning of the new act.
All right.
5 exp.
But any of you who have knowledge of America get the feeling that if you're on one of the Great Lakes, you're going to be probably near Chicago or Milwaukee. Anybody with the scholar skill can make a quick scholar roll for me if they would.
Did I roll? Yes, I did.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Well done, Hemlock.
Do you get a bonus for being from North America?
Not for this particular one.
Okay.
But it was only a 10, so.
Have you seen those shows where they ask Americans to point out countries on the map?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but these are
Yeah.
educated Americans. These characters are.
We're still recording.
Well, the first thing that any of you that go over a 10 realise, because a lot of you have studied the invasion maps, is that, well, you're certainly not on the shore of the lake by Milwaukee. Because, for the first thing, you can innately sense you're still within the living land. And unless the invasion has advanced since you were last here, which it may well have done, Milwaukee was still a free city. It had yet to be invaded by Darok's forces. Chicago, on the other hand, was within a dominant zone of the living land. So through a process of elimination, you think you're near Chicago. Has everyone discarded down to 5?
Yep.
Okay. Anybody that still has 5 cards can choose to discard one of the remaining 5 cards if they wish. It's a great shame Eyes of the Tsar couldn't come into play because there wasn't any chance that you'd be fighting any Adinos in that last bit.
We want to see what would have happened. Ooh, good.
One additional Adinos warrior. There we go.
Well, I might want to discard step A. I'm not sure, but at least I want one more card.
Okay, so residents, how many cards have you now got?
5.
You've got 5. There's none in those 5 you want to discard. You can discard an additional 1 if you want to.
Really?
They all look good?
Yep. Kind of happy.
Theo, you have 4. So have a willpower card. Very good for the priest type.
Oh, okay,
And
yes.
3 to spirit test.
Why not?
Ryoko has 2, so you get 3.
Yes,
Drama
please.
card. Always good. Second wind. Also good.
Very good.
Especially for somebody that's got a shock mechanic in their character build. And close call.
Yeah,
Appropriate
that
image on that
one
for you as well.
was very good. And my shock is removed, right?
Everyone, at this point, you've got your shock back. I'm not going to put you into the next bit with all your shock in place. Dr. Dick, you need 1. You get opponent fail.
Oh, that's good.
Most annoying card for the ref. Abram, you also need 1. You get a hero card. Darok, you're keeping the 5 you have, yes?
Yeah. I am. I like somewhere write in your notes that you've played a glory card because it helps with your buying ages later on.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
And that's where we'll leave it. You are somewhere on Lake Michigan on, well,
The middle of the
what
water.
you think is a ruined boat because of the angle that it's currently at.
You know what's happening next turn, next time, you know? Someone's playing a card.
Delphi support?
Because someone's going to try and see if a toolkit arrives.
Should I turn the stream off now?
Yes, please. That's the end of it. Thanks for listening.
Okay, thank you for listening, fans. Tune in next week and we'll insult a few million other people again. See you next time.